there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at March 13 through March 19. It's almost playtime, Aquarius, but not just yet. You'll have to put off any major plans to be completely hedonistic until your cosmic homework is done, which astrologically speaking, probably won't be until after fiery Mars leaves dutiful Taurus next month. It's just moving into Taurus this week. So you've got another month or so of hard yakka. That doesn't mean you won't have any fun at all, only that it will take some careful planning to find the time for anything other than grabbing lunch. You might not be out and about as much as you would like to be. Your solar ninth house is currently hosting Jupiter and partner-loving Libra. And since this house often brings us encounters with others from far-off places, if you're not attached and looking for love, someone with a charming accent could be along shortly to change all that and sweep you off your feet. Now you're not one to partner up quickly, but in this case, you may just know right away that it's the right thing to do if you meet someone worth meeting. The full moon on March 12 works together with a testy square between Mercury and Saturn, helping you make a tough decision, probably involving joint finances or shared resources. If you've been taken advantage of and you're all done allowing that to happen, you'll be more than happy to mention it now, probably just before you say goodbye. Expansive and quite often excessive Jupiter will get into it March 2nd with startling Uranus, who just so happens to be your rebellious ruling planet. Yes, Aquarius, if you've been feeling repressed or controlled in any way, you'll act quickly to put an end to it in rapid-fire fashion. Clear the area of innocent bystanders if you feel yourself getting heated up and warm, which isn't really your normal cup of tea. But I think all of this very high, intense, fiery energy in your third house of conversations and communications and planning has some of you rattled for sure. And it's really important that you take it all, on board and that you make sure that you're not blowing anything or everything out of proportion, that you're being open and honest and in charge, and that you're not allowing your any suspicions or overthinking things to get ahead of you and to ruin what is actually a very sweet moment for you. Mars, the planet of energy, moves into Taurus this week, your fourth house of home and family. It's a great time if you've been wanting to fix stuff up in the house, to redecorate, to renovate, to refurbish, to have a yard sale, a garage sale, and just get rid of all that junk. Because knowing you, Aquarius, you hate the junk because it clutters your mind, but you probably hang on to things as much as the next person because it's all memories and things that you worked hard on and books that you read in school and all that sort of stuff that may find a better home, and you'll make a little cash. It's very hard to part with things usually for a lot of people. And you're a fixed sign, so for you things hold specific memories. But if you realize that you're feeling cluttered and crowded, it's, there's ways of lessening that. Sometimes we feel cluttered and crowded just by life, by all the things we have to do and bills and social and work and children and pets, but sometimes we actually feel physically crowded by having too much stuff. So see if you can't let some of it go. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again next week.